Aaron Torres doing great work for FanRag. Also join him on Fox Sports Radio. You can track him down in a number of places. Just follow him on Twitter, and then you'll be able to track him elsewhere. And we try to track him down as much as we can here at Mark Rogers TV as well. So, in the Big 12, the narrative is that it's a step behind everybody else. So does the Big 12 champion have to have a one-game better record than who would ever be the number 4 seed out of the other conferences? Is there that much disrespect for the Big 12 that they have to be, let's say, 12-0 or 11-1 over an Ohio State or Wisconsin or whoever in another conference that's got one more loss?
Yeah, I think if we've learned anything from 3 years of the college football playoff, it's all circumstantial, right? Year one, Ohio State loses in week 2. They end up having probably basically the same record as Baylor and TCU going into that final week of the season. But, of course, they had the extra game with the Big Ten championship game. They crush Wisconsin. They go to the playoff. The rest is history. Last year, controversy between Penn State and Ohio State. So I think it's all circumstantial. I think the key for the Big 12 is you got to have a similar record, but I think also part of it is going to be how they perform in the out-of-conference. Oklahoma goes to Ohio State. And so, look, if they beat Ohio State goes on to win the Big Ten or something similar to that, then, of course, I think that Oklahoma gets a credence if they're I guess it would be 12-1 conference champion if they have that big win over Ohio State on their resume. Texas plays at USC. If in theory Texas was in the conversation, I think you and I both agree that they probably won't be, but if they had that big USC win, then I think that gives them some credibility over some other teams that could be in the mix. Oklahoma State, the team we mentioned, plays Pitt. So there are chances for this conference out of conference. I don't think, it's funny because we always ask these questions, all of us in the media, we all want to have these conversations now. Well, if this team has that record, but that team has that record, I just think it's all based on how the college football season plays out. As we learned last year, having the best record at the end is probably going to be the ultimate deciding factor. It was for Ohio State last year. Here in late August and make any definitive statements on what it's going to take to get into or be left out of the college football playoff.